High five, cousins. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5. Today we're going to talk about love and basketball. This is Real Name Princess, 1/3 of Unfamiliar Territory Pod. Have you liked, commented, or even subscribed to our podcast? If not, why not? See you. Did I do it right?
Skirt.
Get the woke. For my soul.
Skirt.
Guys. Love and basketball.
Oh man, talk about it. That's the movie right there.
It's definitely the movie. That movie definitely was the movie that really shaped my dream to want to be a basketball player.
Really?
Yes, one of them.
Okay.
So how did you all feel about the movie? Like, did you want to be just like that, or like, what was it?
I'm gonna let you take this one first.
Oh, Jesus. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and get this out the way right now.
Where you going?
First of all, I got the 11 basketball.
Come on, hoodie.
Okay. So,
Pay her.
Yes,
I don't really care about this part. I got this hoodie when I was playing AAU in Vegas. Yeah, I don't really care about that part.
What?
She got the jump man. It's a girl jump man.
What?
That's what I like.
Oh, that's fire.
Love and Basketball was cool.
Real.
It's a good movie. They did their thing. But for me, it's like too cliche. Like, I didn't really care
too
for
perfect.
it. Like, no.
Hold on.
No.
What?
No.
Yeah,
You know?
it hurt my
What?
heart.
No, I'm sorry.
What?
Hurts my heart.
Where are we going with this? Hold on. Wait. How you got the whole hoodie on and you?
Because I
It
like
wasn't
the
for
jump man.
me.
I like the jump man. That's where I got the hoodie.
Right, like
Okay, wait. But show the jump man one more time.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah. Okay, Jordan, take notes. That's how you
y'all
build a
know.
female Jordan brand
It's
right
a girl
there.
jump man.
y'all getting that?
Yeah, I like
It's a
that.
girl
Okay.
jump man.
Okay, now back to this
Yeah,
slander
back to it.
that you
Because,
got going
man,
on.
listen, I'm gonna try to keep it short. Like me being a female hooper, like guys like never really wanted the female baller. They wanted the cheerleader. They wanted the dancer. So like the Love and Basketball movie was just like
Don't engage with this.
where,
That is true. I'm not agreeing with the movie.
Where,
I'm just
bruh?
agreeing as far as what the guys really want to.
I cannot
Why?
with the voice.
right the voice. She
I think, okay,
dope. But
I don't know what she's talking about.
Nah.
Meanwhile, for me,
For you,
you couldn't tell me that won't my biopic, my documentary. Like, that movie had everything but my name in it for the credits. Okay? Like, so I felt like
Got
I
it.
was Monica Wright McCall, I was Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah.
Okay, like, just put the junior at the end of my name for, like, that's
Lord JR.
what I'm saying. Like, that movie was about, I don't know what you talking about. Like, me personally, Love and Basketball, yeah, that was my movie, okay? Like, play for your heart. You right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
hi.
You
God.
better dunk all
everybody
you can on this
used that.
damn
Everybody
That's what I'm
used that
saying.
movie for a game.
Then
Can
you
we play for
dating
your
and
heart?
stuff.
Can we strip?
Okay, but
Right.
Shot?
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, wait a
I
minute.
score, you drop some. You
Yeah,
score, I drop
what?
some. Like,
Come on now,
bruh.
bro.
You gotta
We got that from
be
the
creative.
movie.
But
Come
that
on.
was for athletes, because that was,
No.
I don't know, maybe that was the juice jumper.
The
don't
juice
know.
jumper.
I mean, at least it was with the person. I mean, okay, I'll say it like this. Movie-wise, at least, you know, they bought into each other after high school and kind of carried themselves into college. Most of the time, you don't really see that, whether it's an athlete or a regular person in general. They like, all right, listen, I'm about to go away. I don't know how you about to rock out with this. I need to really focus on sports. Okay, I'm good. So to kind of see the depiction of how Love and Basketball really showed that you could really have a relationship after high school with another athlete, I thought that was kind of dope. And that kind of,
Yeah,
I ain't
I
gonna
agree.
lie, I was like, all right, it's cool. So does
guess
that
I-
exist?
Right.
Right.
I guess that's just like kind of like why I'm just like, because it didn't.
But you
happen.
said
It
that the
doesn't
dudes ain't
happen.
want ballers. He wanted one.
Yeah. I mean, he did. He
I
wanted.
think
He
they
wanted
was just
other girls too.
connected outside, right? They was connected outside of the gym too, though, like being neighbors, all that little cute stuff. you know.
He took her virginity.
Yeah, that's real.
On prom night.
Got it.
How many people lost their virginity on prom night? Child, that's a conversation
That's
for
another
another day.
cliche.
Hey, listen, okay. But while we're on this subject as dating as an athlete, oh man, okay. So I'ma speak for me. I tested the waters in college.
You was a that? Are you claiming Tatiana?
I was claiming
Tatiana.
calculated that. You will
Bust
not
it
just
down,
you won't just
Tatiana.
put me in the situation of all the little regular ones. What you won't do, y'all will not do this today, okay?
What you won't do?
Calculated
believe
that.
this.
Oh, you got a song for me too?
Here she go.
The blasphemy.
No,
You got
okay.
it, bro.
Okay, so
Sorry.
look, let me do it like this. Y'all see, I knew this was gonna go like this. Okay, this is what I mean by this. Calculated meaning like, okay, I could look at you and I already knew that this wasn't gonna work. Cause I was a sneakerhead. I still am a sneakerhead. I ain't really do all the dressing up and like I was a flip flop, sweatpants. I always gotta be ready for practice. Like, I mean, sports bras, like I was always in one. So like trying to dress up, I mean, sometimes I got the notion to do it, but at the same token, it was just like my regular wear, I tomboyed it. So
Yeah.
a lot of times I thought for me that was the turn off because I would rather dress down. Like to this day, y'all know y'all
Yeah, I'm in
really
sweats
don't.
for most.
Yeah.
Outside of work, I'm comfortable.
I think for me, okay, here we go.
I know.
Here we go. Here we go.
I mean, sometimes I wear leggings and stuff to work, but being so far from work, I gotta come dressed ready just in case the mood pop off. I ain't got time to come home, so I throw on clothes. I be dressing that.
Okay, so
Chilling today.
would y'all say that the aesthetic, like, because we're gonna get back to my calculated thoughtism, okay?
Yeah.
But do y'all think the aesthetic of like dressing up plays a part in dating as an athlete? Like, if they don't see you outside of like sweats and stuff?
I don't think so. Not as an athlete.
Nah,
I feel like a lot of like, I guess how people notice you is when they see you performing.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
you're like, I know from my experience, like, I've always been able to put things together and look sweet. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
That's a
that
fact,
basketball
bruh.
swag, it just made me comfortable that in anything I'm in, I look good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that even applies to like real life right now because a lot of times we build off of what we see on social media. Like, I mean, I know for a fact, I'll speak on me. Like, when I saw certain people doing certain things, I was like, okay, that's working for them. I should try it. Right? Like, and I mean, I hate the people that act like, and I mean, I say hate. Hate is a strong word. I despise the people that don't, admit to themselves that they have looked at social media and was like,
For ideas.
yeah, like I want to try it. Like, I didn't do it for comparison, but I really did it to be like, yo, it's working for them. Why can't it work for me? Type situation. Like, okay, maybe let me try this. Let me try this. Let me.
Yeah.
And of course, as an
Like,
athlete,
try what though? Like, what's an example?
so I used to dress up so much to the point that I hated it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Like, when I would get dressed, like I was doing it because I wanted to be known on both sides. Like,
Okay.
I didn't want you to just see me all the time in the sweats. I wanted you to know that I could dress up. I knew how to.
You can get
I knew how.
friggity.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, get you one that can do both. Hello. So you know what I'm saying. So like but I'm comfortable in my sweats. I'm the same person that was dressing up, and I felt like sometimes when I got dressed, I put on a facade, and I wasn't feeling my best. I didn't like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You feel like you were forced to put it on, so you
Yeah.
just like
Well,
not
I forced- yeah.
not forced, but yeah.
so okay.
I think for me, I like to dress up because I guess being a female hooper, you come off as hard all the time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm like girly season over. I'm getting my nails done.
We see.
Like, stuff like that. So I wanted to dress up just so people, I guess didn't get that like connotation that I'm like this hard female or something like that.
I ain't
I
care.
like
Oh,
either
yeah.
way. Yeah, it's all
I'm
in my
cool with the
mood.
sweats and stuff too. but-
Yeah, I be chilling.
Talk about the mood. Yes, moods matter. Okay,
Moods matter.
moods matter. Okay. The common question that we always get about dating an athlete is, is it hard or harder to date as an athlete?
So if either one of you dated athletes,
Oh, let me think.
because
I don't remember.
you haven't.
I did. Go
You
ahead.
did? No, you fine. Go ahead.
I did. It was weird as hell. I don't know, because it was like everywhere we went, we was together, practicing, eating.
Y'all was on the same team, or he played another sport.
It was more of a different sport.
Mm-hmm.
But they love basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So they know how to play.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. So like, still being able to like, I grew up with nothing but guys.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with nothing but guys. So it was like, I know how to toss the football. I know how to bowl. I know how to golf. I play basketball, like all that different stuff. So it was just like, okay, cool. Being able to share that type of emotion, share that type of energy, but still like knowing that they are in this area of sports is just like, okay, what else we gonna talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we gonna talk about anything else aside from like, all right, what you gonna average today? What you gonna do? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the intellectual person. Like, what else can we stimulate each other's mind with aside from the sport?
I'd rather not talk about it.
I think that's great,
That's it.
because it creates balance, and I think balance is everything.
From you
Like,
talking
it's cool to have something in common. Like if you dating another athlete,
okay.
I think it's cool to have things in common that y'all can share. But I think having that balance with somebody that doesn't necessarily do something similar to you is good.
So it's cool to date that's not in your lane.
For
I would
sure.
say so.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if me and a dude, I'm just saying for me, if me and a dude can't go to the park and shoot hoops and he not look retarded, like you do not have to play Division I. You didn't have to go play ball in college or high school at that. But like, I'm a girl hooper. I just wanna. Can we just go shoot?
Fact.
Right.
Baskets? And that be it.
And I think the best thing to understand is that our dates consist of gym time.
Yeah, some of it.
That's so
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Like, our dates consist of gym time. Like, I firmly believe that. And I'm saying, like, even if that means you coming and you supporting me while I'm working out. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, because, okay, so we talked offline. Like, y'all know y'all love languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me, words of affirmation.
Oh man.
Tell me you on your way. Pull up to the gym. Don't even have me have to tell you. Like, just show up, right? Like, I'm okay with it. Well, I was good in my own world, so I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, if you pull up, then I'm grateful. Like, oh, I'm gonna go harder. Then, like, okay. Let me show out real quick, right? Like, that was the motivation, because especially when you see your boo in the stands, you like, oh, wait a minute, hold on now, we got to go a little harder, because I already know.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, it might not have been my boo, but if we was in the gym, like open gym or something, and some dudes came in there and one of them was cute, I'm going in. I'm about to Euro or something. I'm about to do something.
Yeah,
Walk
easy.
up. Oh,
Then be
yeah.
cute,
You
flip my
see
hair
that,
real
dude?
quick.
Easy. I mean, because that was our moment.
Yeah.
That was our moment. Because as an athlete, we kind of hate to say it, but live and die with our sport. Like, so it's like, even when we're not playing, like, we're not playing, right,
Yeah.
on a consistent basis, but we still operate like we're athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Sure.
how we think, how we communicate, how we act, how we relate, all of that. Like, we still watch sports, like,
Yeah,
to this
right.
day. So it's like, I think it would be kind of cool if you dating a chick that likes to watch sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's me.
I think guys appreciate that though, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know.
I think so too.
But we gotta watch the WNBA, so that's gonna be a whole different conversation
Yeah.
right there. You hear me? If I gotta sit there and watch football, lead pass, all that, like, you know what I'm saying, all that the entire time,
Yeah.
we gotta at least toss a WNBA game in there.
You're right. That's fair.
So, how do y'all feel about dating as a student athlete? So, I'm going to touch on and say, when I was in the 11th grade, my boyfriend at the time, he played football in college.
Okay.
So, what he taught me was communication is key. Like,
I failed.
he did sweet gestures. You know what I'm saying?
Big F.
So my experience with him telling me, oh, I have practice at a certain time, I have study hall at a certain time, I'm not gonna be able to talk to you. That helped me as far as me dating other people.
Okay.
When I got on that level.
Okay.
So how do you all feel about dating as a student athlete?
Oh yeah, I failed. Big fail. It won't even. I don't even know if that was called dating. It was called thought, and I told you, calculated thought. That was me. Like
he's excluded from this question.
Yeah.
what?
I'm
Why?
joking. Next.
Listen, I will gladly bypass this question. Okay. No, I think for me it was more so of a like I said, it was more of a benefit type of thing. Like I knew what you benefited from me being the athlete that you got to date. But a lot of people don't know how to take back seats to being that person that has to date the person that's in the limelight, especially if they're the person that wants to be in the light.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to be that like because technically like most people that are athletes were dominant. So it's like we're in a position where we're the leader role. Even sometimes, if we're like, even if we're playing a role player on a team, we're still a leader in that role. So it's hard to sometimes to turn it off because naturally, like when you do it so much, it's like, yo, like the benefit is you get to date me and you get to come to the game and you get to say you dating me and we get like
you was the breadwinner.
I was technically like before money was even in the picture.
Right.
I was the breadwinner because I had the notoriety. That was my money. Okay, so I'm just saying, like that was me. I was calculated thought, and a lot of people didn't last. A lot of people didn't last. Was you a calculated thought?
Set up for the no. Far from it. I was too shy and in my shell for real, especially at my first school. And before I went away to school, I met a guy over the summertime, and then we ended up dating until maybe halfway through my sophomore year. So, and he was from home. I met him at home. So he was in Maryland. I was in Florida, going to school or whatever.
Long distance.
So yeah, long distance for one. Two, like
Child,
this is my
strong.
first time being away from home and being on my own and having my own responsibilities and everything. So I really like stayed in my shell. I didn't really interact with people as much. And then being in Division I, it was very scheduled and regimented. So I was locked down. So yeah, everything was wake up, work out, classes, work out again, practice, study hall, talk to Bay. So, and it was just that over and like I didn't really
That was that was the end of the day.
Yeah, the end of the day.
It was texting all day.
But
you got maybe that one phone call.
Right. But I think in any relationship, people will find time to do what they want to do when they want to do it. So I made time for that. But excuse me, hindsight is 2020, and looking back on it now, I honestly wouldn't recommend it because I wasn't able to go out and kind of flourish. Like my flourishing took place after my junior year.
So you saying dating as a freshman?
Dating as a freshman,
Okay.
maybe
Ooh,
long
I do
distance. I could see if you were dating somebody in high school, y'all was together all junior year, your senior year, and now y'all going.
Yeah.
But like I literally met him the summer right before I left. So it just I didn't know, but you know I kind of stayed to myself.
But you was faithful.
I was very faithful. Like still faithful to this day.
To who
what?
though? To who?
Well, no, I'm saying like,
I was about to say,
just so y'all know,
Excuses.
it's love and basketball, but I'm single. So yeah,
Well,
yeah,
shoot your shot.
I definitely believe in being faithful. 100%.
yeah, I do too. So I didn't date at all when I was at ODU, but I did date when I was at Virginia State.
That'll
And
do it.
Jesus.
That'll do it.
Virginia State was lit. I'm in a whole relationship, long distance. At school.
I'm sorry, I felt that one.
At school with all the juice. And it's like me, I feel like I love the person I was with. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like if I would have been single, I probably would have been
I calculated that.
a different person. Because the thing is,
I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get
because the thing is, like when I date people, I always try to be the person that I want to date. So I'm not going to
You
do
wanna date
somebody crazy because I don't want anybody to do that to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it was a guilty
That's
conscience thing, even if I did talk to
It's
other people. I
integrity.
was, but I
I'm
it
not
all
gonna
came
lie.
back. It all came back on me.
Look at her.
I have been on the wrong side of history and the right side of history. I have cheated and been the cheater.
Facts.
Not gonna lie.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, you have been the
You have
cheater
been
and
cheated
been.
on,
Say-
and
y'all
you
know
have
what
been
I
the
meant.
cheater.
Cheated, yeah.
See where we going with
You
this
said
today?
what you said.
See, y'all know what I meant. Damn
You
it.
said what you said.
Okay, listen. I've been on the wrong and right side. Okay,
Watch
And-
your mouth.
Okay, listen. It hurt. Either
Did
way, either way, it felt. I now know what I did and how I made the other person feel.
Mm-hmm. That's growth, though.
And now coming from a situation like, I don't want to be on that side.
I don't want to be a player no more.
I'm not a player. I just crush it not.
Wait a minute. What is the background vocals,
She the
Jesus?
big pun.
So I purposely say that because sometimes we just go through relationships and stay in relationships because it's a relationship and because we're hurt from the past relationship and we never really deal with the pain of that. Like we just jump into to stuff. We're just like, okay, well, you make me feel good right now.
Yeah.
Great.
As women,
be together.
we rush. Like, yeah.
Like, it really takes being with yourself to even break all that and digest all of that down.
Speak
and
on it.
understand,
Speak on it.
like, what you went through, like, what you should take from it, what you shouldn't take from it, like, how you were to that person. Like, it takes really, like, being alone and just processing and learning you.
I will say that was probably the
even-
smartest thing I ever did. Like, there was one particular relationship before I got into it. I said, let's be friends first.
Mm-hmm. Very.
I'm not
important.
gonna lie, I
That's the
hate
number
hearing
one
that
thing.
these days.
Like,
That's the number one thing.
let's
That's
be
a
friends
cop-out.
first.
You have to.
And dating as a woman right now, being friends is the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
We get too old. Cause here's the thing. No matter what, like, for me, and I mean, you might disagree with this, but at the end of the day, I don't like bad karma. I don't like having bad feelings about somebody, no matter whether they hurt me or not. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. And it literally will sit with me until I have a conversation with that person. And I mean, I know we call it like closure or whatever, but sometimes it's literally just the conversation. I don't care. I don't care if it's closed, if it's open, if it's buried. I just care about being able to say, hey, listen, I did this, you did this. I just need to apologize for myself. And just, and I don't want nothing out of this. I just know that I had to have a moment with myself to be able to be like, all right, cool. This is what I need. And so for me, being friends was the number one thing for me to be able to say whether or not this was going to work. Because you'll show your immediate intentions while we're being friends. Especially if this is really what you want. That's just me.
That's very great. That's my number one rule. We have to be friends. We have to be able to go out. I got you. Hold on. We got to be able to go out to clubs together. You talk to such and such, and I'm good. Vice versa. We got to be able to like
just
have that type of bond to be honest with each other about anything and have fun. Like, being friends is the number one thing.
Your parents is like, what is
So
it?
I have a
What
question.
What?
Like, it's almost like how people don't want you to put a title on something. Putting friend is a title. You know what I mean? So does that allow you to
It's
like
not, though.
still kind of like
It's
do
better
as
than
you
entanglement.
please? Like, it's like a safe space to me almost. Like, I mean, I don't know y'all's experiences, but from mine, dating as a woman currently, like, people like, oh, I really want to make sure that we're friends first. I feel as
I get
though
that.
I'm going to be your friend regardless. Like,
No, it doesn't
why
work like
does it
that.
have to just be in this
So,
box? Like,
If you're
that
working
don't make sense to me.
towards a relationship and are implying that we need to be, you know what I'm saying, start off as friends, then cool. But as far as somebody like just coming off buck saying,
And assuming.
nah, we just, You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really friend zoning. That sound like a friend zone. To me.
No,
Like, I don't
not
know.
just coming off bucks. Like, we both pretty much have the same, I guess, end goal in a sense. But I think people operate out of fear from their past experiences. Where they want to just be like, hey, you know, I don't want to jump in this too quick. Let's just keep it friends and but at the same time, they're not doing things that just friends do. So if we just going to be friends, we're not going to be talking on the phone all night or every single day.
That's
You
y'all
can
building. That's y'all building y'all friendship. That's y'all building.
I'm just speaking on it because I've experienced it different times. Like, you know what I mean?
That was
Like,
me.
I just feel like if it's a friend thing and we want to let it grow, keep it in that category. Like, don't just sit here and be like, oh, friends. But
I mean,
you kind of
I
want
get
something
it.
more than friends.
I think
you're trying to like have your cake and eat it too, in a sense.
At this point, though, like, we should already know, the other person should already know, like, what y'all want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, me personally, I'm not clocking anybody. I feel like I'm grown enough to the point where if we're together, I should be able to trust you at all times. We should be able to have fun whenever. Everything
for
should be
sure.
cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like, yes, being friends is very
it's important.
important no matter what,
I
because
agree,
y'all
it is.
have to be best friends to be together.
There's a difference. I mean, and there's an opinion about no matter what. Like I have a big brother mentor, like for sure. That's like him and his wife of 10 years now. They dated for a week, and they got married, and they've been dating each other in their marriage. So
As you should.
some
I
people
agree with
like
that.
legit have. There's rules to all of it. Everybody calculates differently. Everybody moves differently. I think for me personally, like being that I work in a high-powered industry, being a friend to somebody first means way more than just being in a relationship, because I already know what you're coming for. 9 times out of 10, it's like it's a you have to see if it's a benefit of being the person that's being dated, or if they're just dating to use.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same thing in college playing ball. It was the usability of, I don't even know if there's a word.
That was my struggle
But it
dating.
was,
Where's the
I mean-
thesaurus? Where's
and
the dictionary?
put it on a t-shirt. Like, it was the usability of having me being this high-powered person on campus, right? Because after sports was done, I became the on-campus host.
Yeah.
I created the party. I was the party. Like people went to stuff because they knew I was hosting it.
Yeah.
So it was like, I know what you're coming for because it ain't me. It's not the real me.
Yeah.
You're coming for stage me.
Okay, so I'm pretty
feel
much
that.
that's pretty much like clarifying what I just said. So out of fear of somebody coming for what they can get from you, you're putting this friend title on it in a sense.
I mean, it's not a fear. It's
It might
It's
not
hard.
be a fear,
It's
but
just
you just
trust.
don't want to give your time and your trust to
Yeah.
somebody, and that's all they want. So
well, at the
it's
same
like-
time, my life is
stressful.
also demanding. Like my work is demanding. And sometimes, now this is when I had to learn balance. Sometimes people don't understand, the people that you're pursuing, you're dating, whatever it is, don't understand that you either gonna get good bedroom mood and bad money, or we're gonna get the opposite. I don't think you're gonna get both. That's just my opinion.
Sure.
I don't think.
Speak for yourself.
Let me just spell
I'm
it
about to
out.
say, I
I
don't
don't
think
think good D come with a lot of money.
Speak for yourself.
I'm just saying. That's just me. I don't
I
think
think
you're gonna
it's
get both.
definitely possible.
I don't
It's
say it's
possible.
impossible,
Yeah, it's-
but it took some time for them to get to that place where they were.
It's
They
on the
won't
It's about-
always high.
At the end of the day, it's about how much you commit to somebody and how much work you're willing to put into it. Like I said, I think earlier, it's like people going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. So it's just about how much you're committed and how much work you're willing to put into a situation. I think in that
It's-
I
aspect.
think I love my job too much.
I know with me, I know with me, like,
Somebody just said, "Well, that's why you might be alone." I
Well,
just heard that in the comments.
my last relationship really broke me down to the point I was at a point to where like I lost confidence in myself. I started thinking like,
yeah,
you know, am I really
that's
how
real.
you know what I'm saying? Being done dirty, it made me feel away. So like these past couple years, I've been really getting back into myself, and I noticed was getting a flock coming at me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my thing was, I don't know if I had to be friends anyway, because I don't know if you want me for real or if because you want me because you see a check because I'm who I am. You think we'll look good together. So
that's true.
Us being friends is very important to me because I see your intentions. I see, you know what I'm saying, if you're really rocking with me, if I need this and that, can you do that for me? Like, you know, like.
And I think the other thing too that we don't really talk a lot about is balance. Like being able to balance the individualism that's necessary for a relationship to actually work. Like most people just think when you get in a relationship, it's about the relationship, but it's two individuals that make up a relationship. So you have to have some sort of individuality that still sustains itself. Please allow me to go out with my friends. You go out with your friends. You go do something.
Exactly.
Get away from me.
Okay, so but what about the
Do what you gotta
person that, you know, they don't have a problem going out with their friends and stuff, but they really, like me, my love language is quality time. That's my number one. So what if you are the person that wants your space and all that, but so at the same time you still have to work toward pleasing this person and loving them the way they want to be loved, but she or he, whatever, has to also understand that you need to be in a place where you're also happy. So
it's people like that out here with that type of balance.
I think the other part of all of that is the communication part that we started with, one. But a lot of people still to this day at this point in their age don't know their love language.
Yeah.
So they think
a lot of people don't know themselves.
right.
Period.
So it's like
Yeah.
okay, we talked about this in an episode in the past. Dating yourself is super important.
Yes.
Like
Very.
and so that's the reason. So like for me, I would say if I had to use the friending part of it for anything, it would be to redate myself coming out of a relationship. Because you learn so much more when you're out, especially when you just got out of something that is trying to teach you something. And so most of the times we try to run away from things that don't make sense, or we're like, this ain't gonna work. Okay, but what's the lesson in it? Because you still put your time in and you ain't getting it back. So what can you take from this?
Absolutely.
What is it that what didn't you do? Because everybody plays a part.
Right.
But we quick to blame somebody for what did not happen. So what part did you play? And I will say for me, when I had to start understanding how to date me and how to balance all of those different things, the one thing I started challenging myself to do was always identify the part I played. Because I know for a fact that we didn't get here just by one person.
Yeah, definitely.
We got here by being able to actually say, listen, we got to this situation. It's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Sometimes you're not even going to have an answer in that moment.
I know my faults. Seriously. And we're talking about it.
Yeah.
My fault in my last relationship was not being their friend first. It was just like we felt like we were in love. So let's be together after like the second week. You know what I'm saying? Like
that emotional
so
thing will get you every time. It'll get you
so
every
it's just
time.
like we were never friends. So you don't know me for real. I don't know you for real. So.
So it takes away from like. So I guess friending is the
honesty
dating
and stuff like that. Like,
Listen.
because I don't know. Okay, is that courting? Okay, is that courting?
but
Is friending courting?
I don't know.
Do we even use that word?
I honestly
Courting
get
is
where
two
Paris is
people
coming from.
intentionally like dealing with each other for marriage. That's technically what courting
Webster,
is.
thank you. Like I didn't know. Like I be trying to figure out what is the terminology that we using in these parts, because I know for me, I got my own dictionary I didn't wrote out.
I mean,
like
man has created so many different definitions for everything.
Facts.
And you know, you just gotta kinda go with what works for you.
facts.
Yeah.
But like my last relationship, I've kind of like given up on trying to process the whole thing. But for me, I personally took away, like, you know, when somebody, I guess, makes me unhappy or things didn't necessarily go the way that I wanted to, like stop seeking that in someone else. I can make myself happy. So it's like when days that I've been feeling down, that's my hair day. That's my do my face mask.
Self-care.
Like show myself love. Yeah, self-care type of day. Like, and then I can give myself the love that I felt was missing. Or even being single now and, you know, somebody kind of goes ghost or things didn't necessarily work out the way I wanted to. And I'm like kind of disappointed. I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'm about to go over here and do this. And, you know, self-care, self-love, all that. So that's something I took from it.
So then when you took that from there, like, I have this word that I use called non-negotiables, right? And there's some things that you just can't negotiate me out of.
Yeah.
Because I've been down the road of being in multiple situationships, entanglements, relationships, all of the three above together at the same time. Like, because I've been in that type of situation, now it's like, no, I need this. You can't meet this. This not gonna work. Like, there's no way to negotiate it for me because it's like my non-negotiable is another word for standards. Yeah. That's what non-negotiable means to me. And it's like some things I just hate that sometimes we as women lower ourselves to meet what we want.
That touched my heart.
Like
heart.
I'm just saying because of the simple fact that I'm gonna just call a spade. Social media has conflicted some things. Not even gonna lie. Some people, most of the people that say no, it ain't me. It's probably you. At the same token, aside from social media, you still won't deal with the pain, and so you can't walk through the next door. So the pain that you haven't dealt with in the last relationship, the next door that you've been waiting, you like, yo, somebody just kick it in. It's gonna be you. Kick the door in yourself. Maybe that's just me. Okay.
I feel that. So guys, so we're talking about being friends with the people that we're dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you all value the most in friendship?
Oh.
I value somebody that can like keep it like 100% raw with me.
Yes.
Like, you know, everybody's so easily offended these days, and you know, we feel so entitled that you can't talk to me this way, or you can't be the one to tell me that. What about your situation? What you got going on? But for like somebody to really like step out of that box and be humble enough to receive information from somebody that really cares about you and really wants the best for you, I think that's important in friendship. Like being able to tell you about yourself, honesty, you know, communication. So that's important to me in friendship.
I'm kind of torn because I think the most important thing is just being able to adapt. Like as we get older, sometimes we stay in this box like, but you my best friend or you my friend. You supposed to like, yeah, you supposed to support me. I'm just supposed to be your friend. Right? And that goes across the board, whether that's the friend that we end up dating, the best friend that we've had for years, like whatever it might be. And I think for me, it's the ability to adapt because life changes and people change. And sometimes we keep looking at the person the same way they've always been and we don't necessarily see their growth. And so because the growth has come, we look at them like, oh, you changing on this. Like you switching up. Like what's wrong with you?
Facts.
And it's not a matter of switching. It's a matter of growing. And maybe you're still in the same space.
That's what I was about to say.
You were in versus
you haven't grown.
Yeah, you haven't grown. This person, you don't and your growth may not match the level of friendship anymore. Right?
And it doesn't have to always be a negative connotation with that.
Very much so.
Okay. It's
very much so.
Fine. I know emotions and feelings and stuff are attached to it, but it's okay.
Very much so. And that's family. That's
friends.
That's everything. No, I say this all the time. There's no tax exemption on people. There's no tax exemption on people. So with that being said, if you are going to do this to one person, I know for a fact that's your character. You're going to do it to me. DMX said it, Long Live X said it the best. If a person shows you who they are, believe them. So no matter what, best friend, close friend, about to date, married, whatever it is, trying to engage, divorced, separated, whatever it might be, that person showed you who they are for so long, but you just knew you could change this person. And that's family, that's love, that's whatever it might be. So the ability to adapt, to understand that everybody switches in seasons, because you sure enough ain't the same person. They ain't the same person. And don't hold it against them for growing. Like, just take your time and walk away. That's me. I don't know. What you got?
So to conclude, I'm gonna say like keeping it 100. So I try to learn all of my friends. So if I know that, okay, Janae's, I have to know your love language too, even if we're not dating. So if I know you need them words of affirmation, I'm going to give you those. And if I have criticism for you, it's going to be in a way that I know you won't take it personal.
Right.
We have to be able to have a disagreement now
And still say I love you.
5 minutes later, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Like you hungry?
Yeah.
You want to go get something to eat? Like,
I
let's
know
ride.
you hungry.
Yeah, I know you hungry.
I know
right?
you want Sonic.
cheers to my friends.
Hey.